Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at week 3 of the money tree robot, where we're aiming to basically pass a prop firm, not pass, sorry, basically test whether it is prop firm compliant. So if you already have a prop firm funded account, whether it is FTMO, MFF, whatever it may be, we're going to see whether you can use the CA and just run it on that funded account to make passive income rather than you actually trading that account. Now, full disclosure, you may see a couple of tabs up here. That's going to be on the next video where I'm actually testing an EA on how to pass a funded account. So there's an EA that claims it can pass the FTMO challenge and it can pass the MFF challenge. And I'm going to be doing a separate video on that where we start actually seeing whether it can pass it. So essentially the hope is, this robot pulls through, which gets you a free funded account essentially, right? Where you don't have to trade, it passes the challenge for you, and then you can use the money tree robot to basically just run it consistently. This one here also does have a section where you can basically use the set file to run the account once you've got it funded and make profits. But for now, we're just testing the money tree, right? For those of you that are new here, essentially what we did with the money tree initially was that we wanted to test whether we could match the seller's claim of 700% profit in 3 months. So they started off with at that time it was $1,000 and it was at now around $26,000. So we wanted to see if we were able to exponentially get to that amount. We tried it. Go see that playlist. We tried it for about 2 months. We did have growth in the account, but we weren't able to meet this claim. And so we kind of said that section of the testing is over, but now we're going to basically verify, this bottom section here, which is around being prop firm compliant and testing that low stop loss and low account exposure, as well as the 90% win rate. Okay. If we remember week 1 and week 2, we basically made $157 from that first week, first 2 weeks. So let's see how we've done basically for week 3. Okay, so here we have it. Let's just come up to the top here a little bit, which is over here. Okay, so we basically ended week 1 and week 2 over here, right? So we had $10,000 deposit. We had all sales, various sort of financial instruments, but majority is the Great British Pound and US dollar, all taking a $20 profit with a 0.2 lot size. Now, to put it in perspective, we said the 0.2 lot size is the sort of small account, very low risk account, or low risk setting. Let's say the medium setting would have been a 0.4. So if you wanted, you could basically at the end of this month just double the profits that we have in this account for your medium risk profits. If you want to stay at low risk, you will use this profit. Okay, and basically at the end of week 1 and 2, we were sitting at around $157 worth of profit. So let's see what's happening in week 3, starting from the 13th of October. And you can see there's quite a few trades that have actually been taken since then. So what do we have? We have one trade that was still taken on the GBP USD following our GBP USD trend. It's also worthwhile mentioning that I previously said generally you'll see a whole lot of trades on a similar, a similar pair, and that doesn't necessarily mean that it's using martingale or that it's using a grid strategy. What I said was, from my observations, is that it would enter a trade, let's say on New Zealand JPY, and then the trade would close off in profit in the direction of the trade. And if the robot, by its algorithms or whatever indicators it's using, found that the trend was still strong enough, it would enter another trade, have that close in profit. And if the trade or if the trend was still continuing, it would enter a separate trade, right? So it's not basically using a grid method to try and hope for a swing back and make profit. It's not using martingale hoping for a swing back. It's actually trading in the trend that the market is moving. So we're starting off here on the 13th. we see here that we've got a sell, and it's interesting to note here that if you look historically, we've only got sells that were taken, so we don't have any buys yet. So we've basically got 100% win rate of sells of all our trades. We haven't taken any buys yet. That's just something to bear in mind, right? Could be with the markets, who knows. So at the moment, GBP USD, you'll see here it also closed around that $21 mark. And then we've got a varying amount of instruments all tied to the New Zealand dollar. So we've got the Swiss francs, the Japanese yen, we've got another Swiss francs over here, Japanese yen, and Japanese yen. And all of these landed up closing up in profit. And you'll see now we've got a total profit of $273. So if we say the last time we were around $150, we've made about another $120 or so. So we're looking at around between $120 to, I would say, $160 a week. Currently, not a week. Actually, the $150 was done over a 2-week period. So at the moment, $273 in profit, which you can see over here at the end of week 3. So we just have one more week left, which will be next week, and then I'll make a call on exactly how much profit we've made, or how much profit you can expect in that particular month. So that's quite an interesting statistic, kind of just to see what the profit level is. At the moment, we've only made 2% of the account size. So, quite small profits. This isn't going to make you rich quickly. It's going to kind of grow your account consistently. Or what you could use this funded account for is basically just to withdraw profits every month. That's an alternative to use, right? If you do want to see robots or expert advisors that we use to make larger amount of profits and grow things much quicker with a higher risk, go check out some of my other videos around Promax Gold as an example, which is one I use on my live account. Very happy with that. But that's not the purpose of this. The purpose of this is not to make huge money and take big risk. We need to respect the funded account, which is a 10% drawdown, or we lose the account. So we want stable, consistent profits. So I hope this gives you some insight into week 3, which is around getting another $120 odd in profit. We've all taken wins, so that's very good. No losses so far. Like I mentioned, 0.2 lot size. If you're tracking this from a medium risk perspective, just basically double that profit number. So you'll be sitting around $500 plus dollars, which is then not bad if you look at it in comparison for week 3. If you guys want to see more of these videos, please subscribe. I did mention in the previous video, I don't want to promote it a lot, that I've partnered up with the broker LMFX, who's helping me subsidize a lot of these sort of licenses for all the robot testing. I'll leave a link down below to my Discord group if you want to go sign up with LMFX. As a thank you for that and for supporting the channel. I will give you all of my personal settings that I run on all my live accounts that you'll see on the videos, that you can go and use and implement for yourself. Again, thanks so much for watching. Regarding the sneak teaser, please go and watch the next video. It will be on the EA passing robot to see whether we can pass a funded account. Cheers.